What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Let's Talk, and this is going to be a little bit different. Let's Talk. I kind of was talking to a few of my fellow gamers, and we were talking about crossovers. As you can see from the title of this, from the title here, we're talking about crossovers. So I want to get my thoughts together and just, you know, talk about why I think they would work and reasons why I think they may not work. And before we get started, here's my disclaimer. I'm not talking about a crossover like Smash Brothers. I understand what Smash Brothers is. Smash Brothers is basically Nintendo's Toy Story. If you've been following from the first one on N64, I'm talking about legit crossovers between first party IPs, something like uh, Metroid and Star Fox or um, Halo and Gears. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, a special case, something like Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. So, reasons why I think they could work. One, I think a story that can be made can be fresh, and seeing characters interact with each other could lead to an interesting story elements. The example of this would be like Star Fox and Metroid, like I mentioned before. I can see you having space missions with the R-wing at your back with Metroid and the gunship. I can also see on foot missions like you would have for Metroid. I can see how they could actually work and actually have the story make sense since both of them are in space. You could say they meet up in the middle of the galaxy, maybe have Andros try and use Metroids, something like that. Something that would be easy, but can have them actually meeting um, and forming some kind of bond and knowing that okay, I'm not alone out in space or whatever. Two of Nintendo's first party IP that deal with space exploration. I think the potential for this game would be great from the gameplay standpoint. Finally getting to pilot Samus's gunship in dogfights, having the Star Fox crew back in an adventure game, kind of like what was on Dinosaur Planet on GameCube. Uh, I think this could actually work, and then actually putting like little side things in there, like having Fox stop Samus from blowing up a planet for once. That'd be like a little inside joke or whatever. Here's one example that I would hope would happen, but it's probably never gonna happen. It would be cool if it did, though, in my opinion. And that crossover would be I would love to see one between Halo and Metroid with two games, one game on a Nintendo system and one on an Xbox system. Uh, I got it. I kind of got the idea when I was because I like artwork, so I was looking through some artwork one time and I saw one of Samus and Chief fighting back to back against the Flood and a horde of Metroids, and I'm like, this would actually be cool if this could actually take place because I think the story could lend itself to an interesting team up because we don't really get to see either one of them really well. Chief usually teams up with people, but outside of like Metroid Prime Corruption, uh, Samus don't really team up with people all that often. She pretty much is by herself, so it would be actually cool to see them meet and see them team up. I think that would just work honestly, and but like I said, that will probably never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever happen. But it would be cool if it were to happen. Now, why they probably won't work is, a few reasons. One, the crossover, in my opinion, would need to make sense from a story standpoint. For example, while this could probably be funny because of the memes, Metroid and Punch Out would never work from from a story standpoint because unless you're making a complete comedy, it would never work in that way. The story will have to be good, and in my opinion, between the company's exclusive IP characters, I wouldn't want it to be too outlandish where it doesn't make sense and could potentially turn off, players. And I wouldn't want to sequelize it. And what I mean is, if it blows up, I wouldn't want them to just make mindless sequels after sequel after sequel. A lot of stuff that happens in gaming now, they want a sequel real quick. They want it pushed through. I mean, I see games like the Assassin's Creed game, the Call of Duty games, like they don't take their time. It's like an annualized thing, and I just wouldn't want that to happen if it blows up. I know the number one rule of capitalism is if the consumer likes it, give them more until it stops making money. But that I think that lends to bad games. So that's why I wouldn't want to see that happen. So that's my thoughts on why they could work and why they probably couldn't. Leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think about gaming crossovers? Should they happen? Which IPs would you like to see in a crossover? Should Nintendo actually do this? Should Microsoft do this? Should Sony do this? Between the IPs that they own. I'm not talking about third parties because that to me that'd be like too much red tape to cut through to get that to work. But between like first party IPs, do you think can a hypothetical, MCU happen in the gaming world? Could it actually happen? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Please like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And I will see you guys on my next Let's Talk. Peace out, peeps.